Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth. Thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. It's dry season, and that means fire season, a big one in the Asmattuas area, bringing firefighters and CUC personnel. Also tonight, a judge says not guilty in the bench trial of a parole chief accused of fraud, another trial on deck. And the Commonwealth Casino Commission delays action on the IPI license. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
A large fire today in the Asmattuas Homestead area on the northern part of the island of Saipan. Dry conditions and no rain as of late made dangerous conditions for this large brush fire to accelerate in the lower Asmattuas area behind the former La Fiesta Mall. Fire spread quickly on two fronts. Here is what it looked like this afternoon from the air. Lots of thick smoke and charred ground going right up to some residences. Crews from DFEMS on the scene. Any idea how this fire started? No?
No clue. Just gotta kill it.
What do you have in there? Is that water or chemicals?
It's just water.
Commonwealth utility crews were there as well as the fire approached power poles. What do you guys do when you have this kind of situation? You got a fire nearby.
Yeah. So what we do, we just isolate the primary line in case the pole goes on fire. So the firemen can, they can try to shoot the pole or around, and then we just try to clear around as much. But yeah, our main concern is just to de-energize the power lines.
So how many power lines have you de-energized for the whole area here?
It's just this lateral for now. It's just a small portion.
And you can shut that particular part down?
Yeah, you can isolate it.
Okay. What's this lady doing here? She
I'm not sure. I think she stays in here.
Fire continued to burn this afternoon with crews monitoring the area and fighting it with a combination of water and personnel. Teams taking hoses up into the jungle as they attempt to stop the flames from advancing. No word on how the fire started. No injuries reported. With the fire danger high, personnel say it is important to take precautions if you are burning trash or disposing of cigarettes or using fires around your home. Other precautions: keep vehicles off of dry areas. Don't set off fireworks. And mow early in the morning, as blades that hit rocks can set off sparks, and sparks combined with wind can make that fire spread quickly. And another thing, clear away dead trees and dry vegetation and keep that 100 feet away from structures. This gives fire personnel room to move if they're trying to protect your house or structure from fire. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
The bench trial for Chief of Parole Nick Regis ended Thursday afternoon. The verdict: not guilty. Superior Court Judge Joseph Camacho acquitted the charges filed against Regis, which includes 4 counts of forgery and 1 count of misconduct of public office. Regis was represented by attorney Jack Torres, who spoke with KSPN this afternoon.
First of all, we appreciate the court in giving Mr. Regis his day in trial, and we've been prepping up and preparing for his defense. And despite the delayed discovery that was provided, we proceeded with trial as instructed by our client, and we're not moving. We're going to proceed. He's always maintained his innocence. And when the government rested yesterday late in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, I made a motion for a judgment of acquittal and laid out all the requirements of a motion for judgment of acquittal. And after the court reviewed all the evidence and listened to the recording that was admitted, it came back and rendered his decision.
The government is not able to refile the case. However, Regis does have other charges filed against him by Special Prosecutor James Kingman. Regis is being accused of conspiracy to commit misconduct in public office and conspiracy to commit theft by deception.
The other trial is in June 3rd. We have been looking at the discovery provided, and they provided those discovery with this case that just ended all at the same time. So we had to look at the different discovery information and try to decipher on our own which one belongs to which case. We're starting to look at it, but we're still quite a ways. We're looking at, we still need to do some filings with the court before we iron out what we're going to do on the defense part.
Regis's trial began on Monday morning, with Governor Arnold Palacios taking the stand as the first witness. Palacios testified he received Regis's employment of contract last December, which indicated a 30-day extension. Palacios said when he received the paperwork, he knew 30 days was too short for it to be routed, so he recommended 90 days instead. He also learned that Regis was working without pay because his contract was not yet processed. Palacios told the court Regis raised the issue with him along with Special Assistant for Administration Oscar Babauta. Palacios then instructed Babauta to fix the situation by either firing or hiring Regis. SAA Babauta then testified to the court Wednesday afternoon, stating he learned there was animosity between the Board of Parole members, management, and staff. According to OB, the Board of Parole is an important office, and in order to prolong the operations, it meant allowing Regis to continue as chief. The defense thanks all the witnesses who took the stand.
We realize it's not easy to be up there, but we believe they all told the truth. And we thank the governor and the SAA, Oscar Babauta, for their testimony. We believe that they were very truthful, and the court saw what was going on. And it was just some contract, I guess. The process took forever, and the governor's office wanted to make sure that Mr. Regis at some point was gainfully employed, and the parole office had their chief back. So we're happy with the result.
Regis is scheduled for a jury trial in June for charges that stem from the construction of a patio outside the Board of Parole office back in 2022. The Commonwealth Casino Commission voted to postpone until further notice the revocation hearing that determines the fate of Imperial Pacific International. The commissioners agreed to defer their deliberations due to IPI filing its Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the U.S. District Court for the NMI. Chapter 11 bankruptcy allows a business corporation to restructure its debts and continue operating. The commissioners learned that IPI is seeking a $7 million loan from a Hong Kong resident that will help pay the regulatory fee. But it has to be approved first by the federal court. There are, however, members in the community who want IPI's exclusive license revoked as soon as possible.
There's nothing that prohibits this commission to consider revoking the license while they reorganize. To keep the CNMI and the Commonwealth hostage is an ill thing to do.
During CCC's monthly meeting on Thursday, Chairman Edward DeLon Guerrero addresses the criticism from the community.
Over the years, we've been hearing a lot of criticism against the Casino Commission. And I believe to many regards, we cannot simply pass on the buck, but I have to say this as chairman of this commission. Those criticisms have been so unfair for the commission.
According to De Leon Guerrero, the CCC has taken the blame for many issues that they have no control over, such as OSHA violations, immigration control, building code concerns, and much more. The chairman says when the commission became aware of the issues, they contacted the proper enforcing agencies, but it was beyond their authority.
But we were the recipient of all the community's anger.
DeLon Guerrero added that they encountered tremendous challenges, all while receiving no money from the central government.
When we were established, there were no funding that came along with it. It was, well, regulate yourself, charge the fee. And we did. We charged $250 per employee, $1,000 per key employee, $125 per machine for the first 100, and $100 every other machine. And the tables, $250,000 per table. After 1 year, it was only like $280,000. It was not enough. We went into the Commonwealth legislature, we went into the governor, and we sought help. We said, look, we're about to close down. If we close down, the casino will have to close down. We got no help from the legislature. We got no help from the governor's office.
DeLon Guerrero says IPI themselves too have received a lot of criticism, but having been involved since day one, this is what he can say.
IPI's gaming experience has been very, very successful. Where IPI did terrible was on the non-gaming aspect, the construction, the labor, the OSHA violations. Horrible. But on the gaming part, it was unheard of.
DeLon Guerrero said it was important to address the criticism because they've done all they can on their end.
Arrivals from China, just over 1,000 people last month, about the same as Japan. The direct service from Japan currently 3 times a week on United Airlines, but indirect service via Guam on United is daily, and via Korea also daily. The Japanese, however, have not, at least as of yet, jumped on the new service. MVA is hoping a new schedule that takes effect this month will help the numbers coming in on that flight. Arrivals from China could double or triple in May, with new direct flights coming in from Hong Kong. Numbers from Korea approached 20,000 last month. It's by far the biggest market in the Marianas for tourists, with 3 carriers offering service. However, Gloria Kavanaugh, the board chair for MVA, says the arrivals remain soft.
It's a little soft. A big thing was the airport cost. But I think that they're resolving that with CPA and with the governor's office. We had good news where they actually were going to cancel some flights, starting this summer. However, they decided to go ahead with the flights and add additional flights basically for the summer peak season. So we're very lucky that we actually were able to do that. Our brothers and sisters in Guam were not as lucky, where they actually had cancellations. There were cancellations also, I believe, for one of our airlines that went from Korea to Hong Kong. And so they chose the Marianas, to stay with the Marianas. And so we're really trying to make sure that we treat our airlines well and help our tour agents in the ground in Korea to help promote the destinations.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need, with mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face. But not the McCrispy.
Hapaday Sinamay, I'm Officer Igito. Driving under the influence of marijuana is against the law. Driving high can impair your judgment, motor coordination, the ability to concentrate, and slow your reaction time. Therefore, it can impair your driving skills. We are not out here to get you, we're out here to protect you. Don't drive high, CNMI. Drive high, get a DUI.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the CNMI Department of Public Safety.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
The Department of Public Safety made 12 arrests last week. Let's take a look at the numbers of calls police responded to between April 14 to the 20th. DPS received 2 calls for assault, 5 calls for assault and battery, which led to 2 arrests, 2 calls for assault with a dangerous weapon. This week, there were 0 calls for aggravated assault and 1 for nuisance. 7 calls for domestic violence, 2 were arrested. 70 calls for disturbing the peace, 3 were arrested. 4 calls for criminal mischief, 2 calls for criminal trespass, 1 person was arrested. 3 calls for child abuse and neglect, 2 calls for illegal possession, 1 person was arrested. 10 calls for burglary, 30 calls for theft, 3 were arrested, and 0 calls for sexual assault. For traffic incidents, CNMI police responded to 6 car accidents last week, 1 auto-bicycle accident. DPS says that 7 parked cars have been reported to be hit by another car, none for auto pedestrian, 5 hit and runs. Last week, there were no calls for auto ran-off roadway, reckless driving, or driving under the influence. 2 calls for auto fixed object, and 0 calls for vehicle theft. Police also responded to 1 distressed swimmer and drowning. Residents can help keep the community safe by calling 911 if they are aware of any crime. Should you want to remain anonymous, you can call the hotline at 670-234-7272 or use their website at www.nmicrimestoppers.net. Crime Stoppers pays up to $1,000 for any information leading to an arrest. If you missed Thursday's Humanities Half Hour, don't worry, we got you. Catch the replay this Saturday at 7 p.m. This week's guest is Vicente Camacho Borja. Borja is a cultural practitioner in various aspects of the indigenous Chamorro culture. This week's topic, the Chamorro Dupacta sling.
Sling is a traditional culture, and this is what I tell the kids. It teaches you how to be respectful. It teaches you how about safety. It teaches you how about discipline. It teaches you about accuracy. And it teaches you about form and technique on your body mechanics, so you don't harm your body. You have to stretch before you sling. Just like anything you do, you have to stretch. So yes, it might not pay your bills or it might not, but one thing that I tell them is, remember that learning to be disciplined and safety and respect, you take that out of your life. And if you respect your mom and your elderly, you are disciplined, you're accurate in what you do, and you're aware of your safety around you, you're respectful, there you go. I don't think you never go wrong being in that.
Once again, the replay is on Saturday at 7 p.m. right here on the Channel 2 News.
Shout out! We're just wrapping up the night. Welcome to the 43rd Annual Flame Tree Arts Festival. On stage, take it on, Louis!
Local artists from around the Pacific showed their wares at the Flame Tree Festival. There are carvers, painters, sculptors, jewelry makers, and creators using the bounty of the land and the sea, and even recycling and upcycling products to make things that are unique. Many of the artists say they are passion projects.
My name is Cindy. I'm using the polymer clay to create the jewelry pieces.
Cindy uses molds to make island-style shapes, latte stones, island cutouts, flowers, and more.
At first, actually, it's just a hobby, and later on, I discovered it can be. I really enjoy it. It has a lot of fun on it, and I feel the customers bought my earrings. They really feel happy too. It also represents our island. So, yeah, not only for the business, I also can feel the happiness from this.
Erlinda Napati is the library director.
We're here as the Jotin Kids Public Library. We brought out our Pacific collection to feature our Pacific books and all the artifacts and the artwork that we have in the library. We also featured our sensory corner. We had activities for the kids the past 2 nights. We brought out a sensory corner to kind of display and feature it to the public, show the public what the library has, what their public library has, so that they could come and visit it more often.
Local authors also front and center during the festival.
This was the children's book, and this is the adult selection that we made this year, and this is from Don Farrell. So one of the reasons why we're here is to feature also our local authors.
We're just walking around, buy some food, drinks, and watch the show while we're walking.
And how do they like the show?
It's like there's a lot of people, and it's like a good show is when people there's like a lot of people like come and watch people, like kids dance and stuff, and it's really fun.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link Bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need, with mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
And for your KSPN weather report, tonight mostly cloudy with isolated showers. East winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Low 78, and your chance of showers is at 20%. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. East winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. High is 87. For your marine forecast, moderate to fresh trade winds and combined seas of 5 to 7 feet are expected through the weekend. High tide will be at 8:10 a.m. tomorrow. Low tide will be at 3:54 p.m. Sunrise will be at 5:56 a.m. and the sunset 6:34 p.m.